Hello everyone, I am Pratap here. We are at lesson 29.4. It is about how to use NeoStock Software generated monthly income trade, bullish or bearish trade setup, supply demand zone reports. And this lesson is having dependency on the earlier lessons. In case if this is your first visit to our channel, you can access all the earlier training lessons at our NeoStock YouTube channel. So at our channel homepage, click on the tab Playlists. Here you have several playlists are available, and one of the playlists is Supply Demand Zone Price Action course. You just click on the view full playlist. Now you have all the training lessons are available. You just scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here, starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are placed in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one before you get into the lesson 29.4. And also please understand, you should learn all the training lessons according to my training instructions. Then only your learning will be efficient. Otherwise you will be wasting your time. So where my training instructions are available, I kept all the training instructions at our Telegram channel. I provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. So in the Telegram channel window, at the top of the window, you can find pinned messages. If you click on the pinned messages, one of the pinned messages is about training instructions. Please learn all the training lessons according to my training instructions. Then only your learning will be very efficient and perfect. I have also mentioned the training instructions in one of the videos available. Let me tell you. Here above lesson 24, you have a premium service, supply demand zone reports. So here in this video, the second half of this video, I have explained all the training instructions. Telegram channel, you can find written messages, but here orally I explained what is the purpose of each and every training instruction. You can also listen this video, the second half of the video. The first half of the video is not useful to you until you complete the course. So after learning all these lessons, you can get into lesson 29.4. Okay. Now let's get into lesson 29.4. This is about how to use NeoStock software generated bullish or bearish trade setup, supply demand zones for monthly income trade. So this is, you know that monthly income trade is mainly for the swing traders. And you already learned in monthly income trade, lower time frame is daily, intermediate time frame is weekly, and higher time frame is monthly. This is what you learned in your phase 2 training lessons. Okay, here daily is our entry time frame, and trend you will see in the weekly income trade, primary trend, and the support trend you can see on the monthly time frame. And also you learned the price direction also. Price direction you will be seeing both on weekly and monthly time frames. Okay, as per these rules, our software generates monthly income trade. We can generate bullish trade setup, and also we can generate bearish trade setup. How we can generate with the help of our software? So in the entry time frame, always you have to select your lower time frame. Lower time frame is also called as entry time frame. Okay, monthly income trade entry time frame is daily. So that's why we have selected daily. And the bullish trade setup, entry zone is demand zone. Bearish trade setup, entry zone is supply zone. First, let us generate bullish trade setup report. So I am selecting demand zone. And also, we have a parameter called bullish or bearish trade setup. We should inform the software. What we should inform? Generate bullish trade setup based on our entry time frame. What is your entry time frame? Daily. So that's why select the daily parameter. In the daily, you have two options of filters, bullish and bearish. Now we are generating bullish trade setup, so select bullish. And three additional parameters also we will be selecting, and additional filters. And those filters should be applied on this daily demand zone, because we selected entry time frame and entry zone as a daily demand zone. So all the three filters should be applied on this daily demand zone. What are those three filters? First filter is zone achievement. Zone achievement, our daily demand zone should always be having violated opposing zone. VOZ is the short name. Okay. And on our daily demand zone, minimum odd enhancer score should be 12. So I am selecting the second filter. Here I am entering the value 12. And the third filter, your entry time frame entry zone, that is a daily demand zone, should not be pierced. If the zones are pierced, you have to apply other strategy, pierced zone strategies. But now we are focusing only on the bullish trade setup. So that's why your zone should not be pierced, entry time frame zone. So that is the reason why I am scrolling the list down until the parameter pierced count. Here we have a parameter called pierced count. In this pierced count parameter, at a daily time frame, I am selecting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. What does it indicate? Minimum 0, maximum 0 means the pierced count should be 0. Pierced count 0 means the zone is not pierced. Which zone is not pierced? The filter you selected here is a daily demand zone. So your daily demand zone should not be pierced. What about daily supply zone? It can be anything, because that is not the entry zone. Your supply zone is only a target. Your target zone can be either pierced zone or non-pierced zone. Anything is okay. But the entry zone should not be pierced. So that's why the filter will be applied to daily demand zone. So all the three filters, zone achievement, minimum odd enhancer score, and third filter is pierced count. All the three filters are applied to daily demand zone. So with these filters, by applying these filters, and if you click this top-down strategy button, now you have got all the stocks that are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. This is the final result. Our software analyzed all the stocks that are listed in the selected index. Which index we selected? By default, the current window is selecting futures and sectorial indices. Around 240 stocks it is selecting, and analyzed all, and finally it displayed 7 stocks. See, after searching 240 stocks, we got only 7 stocks that are supporting bullish trade setup, and the bullish trade setup with the filters zone achievement. Our demand zone is having achievement violated opposing zone. See, all the demand zones, ZA means zone achievement. See, all the demand zones are having zone achievement violated opposing zone. Supply zone can be anything. You focus only on the demand zones, because your entry time frame for bullish trade setup is demand zone. If it is a bearish trade setup, then you can look into supply zones. So our entry zone is demand zones. Okay, minimum odd enhancer score should be 12. It can be 12 or 13 or 14 or 15 maximum value at present. See, odd and enhanced score, minimum value 12. This is also 13, 14, again 12, 12, 13 and 12. Not less than 12. This is the minimum odd and enhanced score. And also you already selected entry time frame. Based on the entry time frame, we have to generate bullish trade setup. Why we have to select this filter? The reason is that this filter will make sure all the rules you land in our bullish trade setup will execute. What rules you land? About the trend, about the price direction. In lesson 14 you have learned bullish trade setup rules. All the rules will be applied by this filter. So this is how you got this report. Okay, we got this report. So what is the next step? Next step is you go to your trading view, any charting application. So I am selecting MIT watch list. So I will add all my stocks into this watch list. So let me start with first one, Apollo Tire. You select this stock, and here I am adding this. I am selecting entry time frame is daily. So I am selecting daily time frame. Okay, when this zone is created in 9/10/2023. Till 17/10/2023 is the leg out you have. In between you have 5 base candle. So go to 9/10/2023. Okay, this is a drop. See the hidden body. At the hidden body, see it looks like a base candle, right? But our software is very clever. Because it is using dynamic views. Our software is using dynamic view. See, it is considering this as a drop candle with hidden by adding the hidden body. That is the beauty of our software. So it should be a drop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base candles. See again, at the hidden body, dynamic view, it is a rally candle. See, for our normal, if you are seeing with your normal view, you can't find this zone. It is a hidden zone, completely hidden zone. All these are looking like base candles. But actually this is not a base candle, this is a drop candle. Similarly, this is not a base candle, this is a rally candle. So it is a drop base rally. Let us check what our software suggested. See here, it is suggested this is a drop base rally. That is the beauty of our software. It always identifies hidden zones, our software. I already explained the hidden zones concept in our training videos at lesson 9.3 and 9.4. In both the videos, I have explained hidden bodies and hidden zones concepts. Okay. So let us select that, let us draw that zone. Because it is a drop candle, the lowest wick of leg in or base candles or leg out we have to select. Here the lowest wick is coming for leg in candle because this is a drop candle. So that's why till this low of this candle you have to draw the distal line. Okay, this is how we are drawing the zone. So this is the daily demand zone. So this is the drop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base candles and a rally candle with hidden body. And previously also prices came very close to the digital line. And then move. What is the low of this candle? The low of this candle is 363.90 paisa. And what about here? 363.90 paisa. Touched the digital line, but not violated. And not even pierced. If it is below, then it is a pierced. So during this process, any new order flows are created within this zone. Probably next time we get a trade opportunity. Already once see here, tested and again moved up. Few days back, this zone gave a trade and again moved up. Why so perfectly it is working? Because our software identified this zone as a high liquidity zone. So due to this reason, this zone is supporting multi-testing. Maybe this is having some order flows, institutional order flows. But the only problem is in trading view, we can see only last 1 year data at 5 minutes time frame. So October 2023, you won't be having access to 5 minutes data. So that's why. But in the recent price action, within this area, any new fine-tuned 5-minute zone is there. Definitely you can plan a trade next time when prices are entering into this zone. You need not plan at the 5 minutes. So maybe you can take a trade above, or you can take a trade in the fine-tuned area depending on your risk management. But this is the zone. Fine-tuning and all these things we will discuss later. First, let me add this zone into our watch list. So let's come back. First, what I am going to do, I am going to draw all the zones. And finally, we will further analyze how to analyze. Later on, you will be planning how to do your trade plans. We will discuss. Please remember, all of you, please remember, I am not giving you any recommendations because I have to make a disclaimer. I am not a SEBI registered analyst. Whatever the analysis I am doing here is only for our education and analysis purpose. So that's why I won't provide you any recommendations in this video. Where exactly you need to take your entry, what exactly your stop loss, what exactly your target. I am not going to discuss those things. Based on your knowledge, either you can find. If you don't have enough knowledge, you need to consult your financial advisors. My role here is to explain how to make use of the reports generated by the NeoStock software, supply demand zones. And finding entry, stop loss and target, you already learned in phase 1 training itself. If you are having that skill, you can directly use that skill, apply that skill, and you can identify those your entry and your target and stop loss related levels. Okay, so this is the first stock. And target your supply zone also, daily supply zone also you can draw. This is 31/2025 immediately. But remember, this may not be fixed because in the coming days maybe it may create a new supply zone. At the time, if RR is not there between demand and supply zones, at the time you have to reject the trade. But as of now, I am just drawing the supply zone when it is 30 January 2025. Here you have the supply zone somewhere here. Yeah, here, rally base drop. Rally base drop. So let me draw. So this is the daily supply zone. But before that, did you notice how this EMA line is holding? We already learned when I explained EMA concepts in phase 2 training, sometimes EMAs will be used as a targets. It may not let the prices to go up to your supply zone sometimes. If anybody would have taken a trade here, because previously prices entered into the zone, probably they might have booked the profits at this daily EMA line. That's why daily EMA also will be helping you as setting the targets. This is what you should learn from this particular stock. Okay, next one is Bharti Airtel. When this zone is created on 5th March 2025. So let me draw that. This is 5th March 2025. 3 base candles. And 11th March. Okay. See, this candle is looking like a failed ERC candle, right? Yes. The impression we are getting, this is a failed ERC. Maybe this is the leg-in. These two are the base candles. This is how we feel. But software calculations point of view, maybe this could be a medium-sized candle. Maybe this is the biggest medium-sized candle. But this biggest medium-sized candle, we are assuming like it could be a large candle. So this is the difference between a human way of calculation and a machine way of calculation. Because machine is very strict in identifying its. Why it is not a failed ERC? Because machine identified this as a base candle. That means machine identified this as a medium-sized candle. That's why now we can say, we can assume this is the large candle within the medium size. By seeing the large candle within medium range, we are assuming it could be a large candle and we are assuming it could be a leg-in 2 base candles. But anyway, we have to respect what machine has identified because it strictly follows the rules. First impression, I also thought maybe this is a failed ERC candle. So we can, dynamic view, it is a rally candle, these 2 base candles. First impression I got, maybe this is the large candle within the medium size. Machine identified means, okay, perfect, because it do its calculations perfectly. Okay, because 3 base candles after 5th, so this is the 5th March. So let me draw the big zone. So this is the daily demand zone. You may say, because I'm not using software, manually I'm doing my calculations. I am assuming this is my rally candle. So I want to draw zone like this. Sorry, up to here. Is it valid? You may ask. Maybe it is valid. I'm not denying that fact. But machine's calculations is much accurate compared to the human. Because we are using the software, the advantage we have, what human might miss, probably machine will catch those things. Without software, maybe this is the way you might be drawing your zone. Sometimes prices come here, it might have been stopped out. After that, prices will be again moving up. At the time, we have to accept that stop loss. But now machine already calculated all the parameters, mathematical calculations. So this is the perfect way identified. Even the advantage is even prices come below the second base candle. Probably here some order flow will be there, and that order flow might push the prices up. So that way we will not be missing, we will not be getting any stop loss here. Okay. And where is the supply zone here? 15-10-2024, 1 base candle. Where is 15-10? here 1510. See, this is again dynamic queue with hidden body. This is a rally candle, base candle and drop candle. This is a daily supply zone. See, already this supply zone pushed and again came to the demand zone. Currently price is inside the daily demand zone. See, Bharti Airtel, the status, the signal type tells the current status. The price is inside the daily demand zone. Okay, let me add this also into our watch list. Later on again we will get into these stocks and we will analyze. Next one is BSE. For BSE, what is this is the high liquidity zone. Already 3 times this zone is tested. Okay, when it was created on 2nd September 2024, 2 base candles. Second 2-9. So here we have so this is the daily demand zone. Drop 2 base candles. What is the low of this candle? 27,000. Sorry, 2710 paisa. This one. Zero one. Okay, perfect. To 9/2024 to 5/9/2024. Is it 5/9? Yes. But here there is a rally base, rally is there. Maybe software might have calculated this as a failed ERC candle. Maybe this could be a little bigger than medium size candle. So that is the reason why software ignored this candle, this as a zone. But we as a human, definitely we consider this is a rally base rally. Maybe slightly the value might be a little bigger than medium size according to the software calculations. This is the only one disadvantage with the software calculations point of view. The border conditions. See, previously we have seen software considered, we thought it is a failed ERC, but software considered that as a base. But here we are considering this as a base candle, but software this is considered as a maybe little bigger than medium size according to its calculations. That's why it ignored. But we as a human, here we have a best decision making here. We are convinced there is nothing wrong in selecting this is a base candle rally, base rally, because compared to these two legging candles, we are feeling like it is a base. That's why the problem is scale adjustment. Sometimes the scale adjustment point of view. See, compared to this is a big candle, all these are all medium sized candles. Compare it to this, all these medium sized candles, this is a large candle. So that's why according to software it is not a valid base candle. So this is the drop base rally. Anyway, we have to wait until prices reach here. It takes some time to get into this level. So let me add this into watch list. Next one is Chambal fertilizers. The demand zone, this is on 28th February 2025, two base candles. February 28th, two base candles and a rally candle. See here again, some of us will consider this as again failed ERC. Big candle. Maybe according to software calculations, comparing the size of the other candles. See, software what it will do, it will look into the earlier candles. It calculates all the candle size. Then it will determine what could be medium size candle, what could be large candle. So by seeing many of these candles, it might have assumed that according to its calculations, this candle comes under base candle, medium size candle length. So within medium size, based on the body and wicks, it will calculate whether it is a base candle or a medium size leg candle. So these two are qualified as medium size base candles. That way this is a drop base rally. See here, it is a drop base rally. 28th February. See, this is 28th February and this is the 5th March. So let's add this into watch list. Okay, but here something we forgot to add. The supply zone is a pierced supply zone. But before that, BSE, have we added supply zone? We added the demand zone. But supply zone, where is it? The supply zone is 5/3/2025. So this is a rally candle, failed ERC as a rally. Probably these two base candles and drop. Let us check. Yeah, two base candle, 10/3/2025. This is a 10/3/2025. Okay. So Chambal fertilizers, we have a piercer supply zone as a target zone here. 25/2/2025, one base candle. So this is the one. because it is already pierced. If there are no lower time frame order flows, prices may reach again all-time high. If we exclude this supply zone, then this stock is going to be all-time high stock. Okay, this is Chambal Fertilizers, and the next one is Lupin. 3/3/2025, one base candle. This is the one, rally base rally. Daily demand zone. And where is the supply zone? 5/2/2025. This is the one, rally 3 base candles. Yeah, 11/2/2025. This is the supply zone, daily supply zone. So let me add Lupin into the watch list. Okay, next one is Muthoot Finance. Muthoot Finance is a all-time high daily demand zone. See, it does not have any supply zones. And moreover, this zone is already tested 5 times. More than 5 times, because the test includes rejections also. Probably maybe 12 times might have been tested, this zone, or even more than 12 times by including this tests also. Okay, anyway, this 27/1/2025 is the leg-in. After that, one base candle. Okay. 13th January, drop base rally. Is that the one? Drop base rally. 27th January, not 13th. This is the one. 27th. Drop base rally. It looks like a failed ERC candle. Large candle, right? But according to the software calculations, this comes under medium size leg candle. Maybe this is the largest among the medium size leg. Maybe at the border. See, there is a border condition. There is a maximum limit for medium size. Even 0.001 above is a large. Maybe it is a 0.001 less than the large candle. That's why it is looking like a large candle. But anyway, see, exactly prices are within this range only. See how perfectly software calculated this. Prices did not go beyond this. So many times this zone is tested. But all these times within this zone only. That means within this zone only institutions might have added several order flows here. At lower time frames you can find them. And moreover, LOTL zone. See here, drop base rally they created. Again, drop base rally they created. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe according to software, this is a medium size or large, but it is looking like a large candle. Or if you consider base, drop base rally is coming again. A lot of LOTL zones are created. Okay, fine. This is the demand zone. This is the all-time high demand zone. Doesn't have any supply zones. See, prices are at all-time high. And no supply zones when prices are falling down. You may ask a question. See here, it is maybe a leg-in, this is a base, this is a drop. and this length, or maybe this is even smaller than this base candle. So why can't we draw a supply zone, you may ask. But strictly speaking, see, this is the problem. How sometimes how our eyes will cheat us. Because I have seen many experts, many people say, I just scan the charts and I will identify demand zones and supply zones. Yes, we can identify. But in static view, you can identify, not the dynamic view. Dynamic view is not easy. Even dynamic view also you can identify with your eyes, but a lot of calculations you have to do in your brain. See, at first impression is this is a supply zone. But actually it is not a valid candle. The reason is add the hidden body. The close is here. The moment you add the hidden body, this gets a body here. From here it will be getting a body. See, now the candle size is very big. Definitely it is a large candle with the hidden body. So those kind of dynamic view calculations also you have to do. So that's why you can't draw here is a supply zone in this area. Maybe you might be having lower time frame supply zones at 75 minutes time frame or 15 minutes time frame. Lower time frame supply zones might be available here. There could be lower time frame high liquidity zones might be available here. That might be holding the prices not to go until the expiry period comes for those high liquidity zones. Until then, they will be holding the prices and again pushing back into these zones. But not definitely this is a daily zone here. Okay. So this is the all-time high demand zone. So no supply zone. And the next last one is a Wipro. Wipro is already tested 2 times. Probably both are rejections. So when it is on 4th November 2024, after that one base candle. Sorry, this is October I am saying. I have to see in the November. This is 4th November. Drop base rally. Is it drop base rally? Yes. Drop base rally. So let us draw. The lowest wick is the leg-in. So till the leg-in lowest we have to draw the zone. This is the way. So recently tested. Prices went deep inside here. So if anybody would have taken a trade recently, probably they might have got some profit already. This is the first time tested. Recently, second time tested. Okay. So where is the supply zone here? Supply zone is a high liquidity supply zone it is having on 24th February. 2 base candles. This is the one, 24th February, 2 base candles. See, from this supply zone. This is the daily supply zone. See, because it is a high liquidity zone, prices went and then how sharply again came to the demand zone. This is what you have to understand. But is it still valid to take a trade or it is no more valid? We will see once we get into the analysis at lower time frame levels. So total how many stocks? 7 stocks have we added into the playlist? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all these 7 are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, and all these entry time frame zones are daily demand zones. Our focus in all these stocks, you should focus on the demand zones, not on the supply zones. Supply zones are only for the target point of view. Once you take the trade, maybe in the new supply zones will be created. At the time, your targets might be changing again. Or before taking the next trade, again a new supply zone will create, push the market down. At the time, you may not be having good RR. At the time, you can't take the trade. We are analyzing as on today's situation. And we are preparing for futures. Future trade purpose. That means in the near future, again, prices are getting back into this zone. We are planning for the trade. At that time, again, when prices are entering, the latest analysis you have to apply once again. Whatever the analysis you are doing, similar analysis you do when prices are again entering into this zone. Why? Because if the same supply zone is there or new supply zones are created and our targets will be changed or not, you have to apply. Some of you may see why we are not considering this base candle. Same again, hidden body. The moment you add the hidden body, see, it is getting a drop up to here. And it is a large candle. Okay. So this is about bullish trade setup. We will also add bearish trade setup stocks also. And after that, we will do the analysis. Okay, bearish trade setup, how to generate? Again, same. Go back. Your entry time frame is a daily. But this time your entry zone should be supply zone. And also in bullish or bearish trade setup at entry time frame daily, this time you have to select bearish. And remaining three filters are same. Zone achievement is a violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhanced score should be 12. And the pierced count on the daily should be minimum value 0, maximum value 0. See here on the daily time frame, minimum value 0. So whatever the filters we selected earlier, still they are valid. But the difference is, this time all the three filters, zone achievement, minimum odd enhanced score and a pierced count, all the three filters, this time they are applied to daily supply zone. Earlier you selected daily demand zone. That's why earlier they applied to daily demand zone. But this time what is the values you selected? Daily supply zone. So this time the filters will be applied to the daily supply zone. This is how our software works. Whatever the value you select here, on those filters only, on those values only, the filters will be applied. That is the reason why clearly you have to specify your entry time frame and entry zone. Okay. Now all the three filters are applied to daily supply zone, and also we changed the bullish or bearish trade setup on daily time frame to bearish, because now we are selecting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Monthly income trade, bearish trade setup, entry time frame is the daily supply zones. Okay, now let's generate the report. So now we got 4 stocks which are supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. For these 4 stocks, entry time frame zones are daily supply zones. Our focus is now only supply zones. Earlier we focused on demand zones for the entry because they are the bullish trade setup. Now they are the bearish trade setup. That's why we are focusing on the supply zone for our entry point of view. Out of these 4 supply zones, did you notice 4th one is not having any demand zone? That means this stock is, the supply zone is a all-time low supply zone. All-time low supply zone won't be having a demand zone. Do you remember previously we have seen Muthoot Finance? The Muthoot Finance is an all-time high demand zone. All-time high demand zone. That's why it doesn't have a supply zone. Now see, the reverse happened here. Now this is the all-time low supply zone. That's why it doesn't have. That means at the time the stock is near to the all-time low. See here, price signal direction it is telling prices are moving towards the all-time low. ATL means all-time low. Okay, now first let us draw these zones. When is the supply zone? High liquidity supply zone. This is on 21st February. So Bajaj Auto. '21 to 2025, two base candles. 21 to 2025. This is the one. Because it had the hidden body. The moment it had the hidden body, this is a drop candle. This is entire thing is a drop candle. Two base candles. Maybe here also hidden body it will add, but still it is qualified as base candle because of this wick. Here wick is there, but less wick. Maybe the body, the body is within 50 to 75%. Our software cleverly selects. Because between the body for medium size candles, I'm not talking about large candles, medium size candles, body between 50% to 75% can be used as either base candle or a drop candle. And our software is having an intelligent algorithm that identifies. So that's why we are considering this as a drop. And also you see, this movement, price movement here is in a narrow range. The most important thing is price movement in a narrow range is very, very important in supply-demand zone. When demand and supplies are equal, prices will be moving in a narrow range. After that, imbalance took place. Because of the imbalance, prices are coming down, coming down, coming down. The imbalance is initiated here. Maybe some of you may not agree. This is not a large candle. I agree with that. Sometimes our software, that's why I told you our software is clever. Many times our software identifies the place where the imbalance is originated. The imbalance is originated from this candle and continued. That way our software cleverly identified this zone. See, this is how institutions will be playing with us. Sometimes they want to mislead. But our software is having intelligence to identify how all institutions will be playing. Got it? So this is the drop-based drop. And what about the demand zone, your target zone? We have a Pierce demand zone. And this is on 9/1/2024, long back. 9/1/24 means somewhere here. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 9/1/24. This is a drop base rally. This is a pierced zone. See here, the zone is pierced here. Okay. But to reach prices here, a lot of waiting period, because it won't move like this, right? A lot of up and downs will be there. Again come. Before that, a new demand zone or new supply zone will be created. When a new supply zone is created, automatically bearish trade setup will be changed to the newly created supply zone. And this is no more valid. So that's why. But at present, this is the supply zone we need to consider. So this is how you should understand. So let's add this into our playlist, watch list. Okay, next one is Deepak Nitrate. And this is also a bearish trade setup. Daily supply zone for monthly income trade. When the zone is created, 11th February 2025, two base candles. So let me open Deepak Nitrate. This is the one. This is 11th February. Yeah, 11th February, two base candles. So let us draw this zone. So this is the daily supply zone. And what about the target zone? Here also a pierced zone. This is on 19/4/2023. 19/4/2023. So somewhere here. This is 19/4/2023. Drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 base candles and rally. So this is the demand zone, daily demand zone. So maybe this is a pierced somewhere. Yeah, recently it is pierced. See this candle? Okay. Maybe at lower time frame some trap, or maybe lower time frame horizon, something might be there. From there it is pushing the prices again up. And because EMA is there, probably this EMA, daily EMA could be the target. And EMA is there many times, some lower time frame zones, any zones at this EMA area, daily EMA, again push the prices down. That's why many people, what they do, when the EMA line is there, they keep the target up to that area. See how this EMA is holding the prices? It is not actually the EMA is holding. Some lower time frame zone might be available here. See, generally if you go to lower time frame, say let us go to 75. See here, rally base drop is there, large candle. Draw the zone here, a supply zone. This is the 75-minute supply zone. Is it having EMA confluence? Go to the daily time frame. See, this is the one having EMA confluence. Actually, this 75-minute zone is holding the prices. This is how you should understand. It's not that actually EMA is holding. Because a zone, a supply zone having EMA confluence, probably that is the area institutions will be adding more order flows because of the EMA. Because they knows that, institutions knows, so this is the area people will do a lot of selling activity. That's why they are also adding a lot of order flow in this area. But how strong, it is all depending on this demand. If demand is much stronger than the supply, a fight will take place. After that, this will be violated and further move up to here. Okay. So anyway, this is Deepak Nitrate. This is the supply zone. Let us add this into our watch list. Next one is Pidilite Industries. And this supply zone is also high liquidity supply zone. When this zone is created, 7th February 2025, one base candle. February 7th. So this is the 7th February. But this is looking like a base candle, you may say, right? But see here, the close at the hidden body, this is a drop. You will be getting a drop up to here, big drop. So that is the reason why this is a drop, base, drop. Again here, hidden body, some more body, this candle, this leg out candle will get. Then this become a large candle. So this is the actual base candle. See, this is a drop base drop. Check here, DBD, drop base drop. Okay, let us draw this zone. Okay. What about the target? The target is a demand zone. When it is created, 7th March, one base candle. See, this failed ERC is a rally candle in the dynamic view, base rally. How software identified? Rally, base rally. This is one base and rally. So lowest wick within the base and the rally. In rally base rally, lowest wick we see only base and we won't consider lagging. If it is a drop, we consider this is the lowest wick. But this is a rally candle. So we have to consider lowest wick is a leg out candle. So this is the way we draw our daily demand zone. And now this daily demand zone should push up to the supply, we get a trade. Otherwise, this will be violated, prices will be further coming. While coming down, again a new supply zone will be created, daily supply zone. Immediately, next software report will tell the newly created supply for bearish trade setup, not this one. At present, this is the bearish trade setup. As long as a new supply zone is created, not created, this is valid. If a new one is created, this is no more valid until the new one is violated. Remember, all these are all lower time frame zones. If you consider intermediate time frame zone is violated, supply zone, at the time bearish trade setup will be changed to sideways. Okay, I'm adding PI Industries into watch list. And the last one is Tata Technologies. Tata Technologies, this is an all-time low supply zone, daily supply zone. It doesn't have a demand zone. In all-time low supply zone, the all-time low is the target. Similarly, all-time high demand zone, all-time high is the target for bullish trade setup, that one. But this is a bearish trade setup. So all-time low is the target. First, let us draw this zone. When it is created on 24th February after the two base candles. Is it drop base drop? 6th March. No, 24th February. Maybe this is not good enough to consider the large candle. That's why software did not consider them. Generally what we do, we draw rally, two base candles and a drop. So maybe this is a medium size candle, leg candle, medium size leg. Not good enough to calculate large candle. Software do its calculations. This is 24th February. And these two are considered as base candles, and this is the drop candle. Already it is a large drop candle. If we add the hidden body, even much larger. Okay, what is the target? Sorry, this is not having demand zone, all-time low. So target will be all-time low. At the time prices reaches to this zone, whatever is the all-time low, That is the target. Maybe there is, see, already there is a drop, 3 base candles are there. Now a rally candle is created. Immediately what happens? A drop, base, rally, that is going to be the target. And next time when prices reaches here, we have a demand zone. But as on today, there is no demand zone. It doesn't mean by the time prices reach here, it won't be having any demand zone. It doesn't mean, right? There is a possibility. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow, maybe next, this coming Monday, this maybe a rally candle may be created. That way a new demand zone might be created. Then that will be the target. Whatever the zone is nearest to this supply zone, that is the target. If no zone is available, when prices reach here, this all-time low is the target. As on today, this is the all-time low. Who knows? Maybe further prices may further go down. All-time low with the rally, continuous rally, and prices may reach here. At the time, all-time low will be the target. If a new demand zones are created and then came, the nearest newly created demand zone is the target when prices reach here. So that's why this is whatever the analysis you are doing is not exactly valid next time prices reach here. Market is dynamic. By the time it reaches, market conditions will change here. The price action will change. By the time whatever the new price action, based on that you need to adjust your analysis, or you need to modify your analysis. Got it? So these are the points you should always remember. You should not blindly take the trades. Okay, total these are the stocks identified by our software. So 4 stocks are having a bearish trade setup. Let us check. See all these 4 stocks. Okay. Now what is that we do? We have to identify high probability zones among these. How we are identifying? In our software itself, we are doing that analysis. Rather than doing manually, we are taking the help of the software. Why we need to take the help? Why can't we do manually? You can do manually. But manually when you are doing analysis, it takes a lot of time. But you are taking with the help of the software, you are minimizing the time. If you minimize, your time will be saved. See, efficiency, when efficiency will improve, when our time saves, our efficiency will improve. That is the main advantage of having dependency on the software. Software always should help us improve our efficiency. If our efficiency improves, our profit margins also will improve. See, ultimately our goal is to make money, right? Whether you analyze manually or we are taking the help of software, we don't care. Ultimately, we want more money. If software is helping us to get more money, nothing wrong in depending on the softwares. But at the time of learning the concepts, your focus should be manual analysis. If you are depending on the software, your skills won't be improved. See, if you want, we should have, because sometimes software decision should be correct or human decision should be correct. Such kind of situations we will get sometimes. When you have such kind of dilemma, at the time sometimes maybe human decision making could be much better than software. In software, there is a concept called boundary conditions. See, previously you have seen a couple of stocks we have doubt whether to consider that as a base candle or maybe that is a failed ERC candle. Do you have such kind of dilemma? Because they are the boundary conditions. At the border, boundary means border scenarios. You defined a maximum limit to medium size candle. And 0.0001 difference above the medium size candle. Immediately our software consider that as a large candle. Or maybe 0.001% less than the large candle. Immediately our software consider as a medium size candle. Now we have a dilemma. Okay, software based on its rules, blindly it will calculate boundary conditions. But as a human, you may feel maybe considering that as a base candle is more appropriate. rather than considering the large candle. You may feel like that sometimes. At the time, you have to take your best judgment. I'm not saying software is always correct. What I'm saying is software is always correct in the scenarios where they are not the boundary conditions. The boundary condition is the biggest disadvantage for any software. That's why that is the area human decision making also we can consider. So that is the reason why you should learn the subject. Sometimes when you see such kind of boundary conditions, what software gives, you may reject that and you do your own analysis. Remaining situations, you take the help from the software what it is giving. Sometimes boundary conditions, you may agree with the software. So at the time, okay, fine. So this is the reason why I want everybody should build the knowledge. At the time of learning the subject, you should not depend on the software. But at the time of trading, yes, we need the help from software so that it improves our efficiency and our profit margin also will be better. Okay, now what is the next step? Okay, we have identified all the zones and we have drawn. Next step is how to identify these zones among these zones that might be having high probability to give you the success. This is again probability game we are playing. I'm not saying probability is always right, but probability always talks about the chances. And many times things will move according to the probability. So that's why we want to focus on that. So what is that probability? Let's start with bullish trade setups again. So I'm changing the entry zone to demand zone, and also here bullish or bearish, I'm selecting bullish. Okay, we should get 7. We got all the 7 stocks, first 7 stocks. So what I want to do, among these 7, I need to find high probability trade setup related stocks. For that, I am using zone confluence. Of course, some people depend only on the high liquidity zone. See here, this is a high liquidity demand zone. So some people wants to give priority to only those stocks. How many stocks we have? 3 stocks we have, high liquidity zones, demand zones. One is Apollo Tyre, the first one. So this demand zone, Apollo Tyre, this demand zone is a, let me add the text. This is a daily. Maybe in future we may forget, right? That's why I'm adding the text. So what is the next high liquidity zone here? BSE. Let us open BSE, and here also let me add the text. This is a daily high liquidity demand zone. Let me copy. Okay. And what is the next stock? We have high liquidity demand zone, the all-time high demand zone, Muthoot Finance. Let's go to Muthoot. We have only one demand zone here. Okay. So we have marked these 3 zones as a high liquidity zone. Same thing we do for supply zones also. Here supply zone, and here this is a bearish shade. We should get 4 stocks. How many we have? 1, 2. 2 supply zones are high liquidity. Bajaj Auto is a high liquidity supply zone. So let us add this text. This is a high liquidity supply zone. And what is the next one? Pidilite Industries. This is also high liquidity supply zone. Okay, so what we did, we have marked the zones, because some people, they believe only high liquidity zones and they plan their trades only on these zones. But what I am trying to say, apart from high liquidity zones, we should also look into the other strategies that you already learned in lesson 27. In lesson 27, I explained the strategies. zone confluence and EMA confluence strategies. So you all must complete lesson 27. The zone confluence, EMA confluence strategies, what did you learn? See, daily time frame order flows and weekly time frame order flows, if you compare, weekly is having strong order flows. Similarly, when you compare daily, weekly and monthly, monthly is having strong order flows. Suppose your daily zone is inside the weekly zone. That means your daily order flow might be, strength would be as strength as weekly zone is having. Suppose your daily zone is inside weekly, both together inside monthly. What does it mean? Then your daily supply zone is inside monthly, so its order flow is as strong as the monthly supply zone is having. So based on this concept, we build the strategies, zone confluence. And if the zone confluence, if EMA is also added, EMA confluence, then the strength will be even much stronger. So that's why we build the strategies. Sometimes these high liquidity zones may not be part of the zone confluence. So there are chances this high liquidity zone also might be violated. Sometimes normal zone is overlapped with monthly. Maybe that order flow might be stronger than the high liquidity zones. Sometimes. I'm not saying always, sometimes. So that's why understanding the zones, having strong order flows, or having strong order flows means there are higher chances, more success will be there, the probability point of view. That way we are calculating high probability based on the zone confluence. So let's apply the zone confluence. So I'm going back. Let me start with bullish trade setup. So I'm selecting demand zone. Here I'm selecting the zone as a bearish. Sorry, bullish, not bearish, bullish. We got 7 stocks. Okay, from these 7 stocks, how many of these zones are having ITF confluence? ITF means weekly. And your LTF is daily. So daily zone should overlap with weekly. If they are overlap, what is the advantage? The daily zone is as powerful as a weekly zone because it is there inside the weekly zone. If it is not inside the weekly, daily order power is only daily. If it is inside weekly, its power is as good as a weekly zone might be having. Weekly zone might be having much stronger order flow compared to the daily. I'm not saying 100%, but majority of the scenarios, this equation is correct. So that's why we want to filter these stocks. How many of these daily zones are overlapped with weekly zones? This is what we want to find. So that's why what I am doing, I am going to this strategy builder. Already earlier filters what we selected, they are already there in the screen. So what I am doing, I am going down until there is a demand zone confluence parameter. In this demand zone confluence, I am selecting daily demand zone confluence with weekly demand zone. That means this daily demand zone should overlap with weekly demand zone. That means daily demand zone is having power as it is having weekly demand zone because it is overlapped with weekly. Such kind of zones we want. That means those zones might be having much stronger order flow. That is what our belief. So I am enabling that filter by selecting yes. That means I am telling the software, now you filter the stocks based on this filter. Okay, by applying this filter on the 7 stocks, we got 5 stocks. Okay, now let's go to Apollo Tyre, Bharti Airtel, BSE. That means some Chambal Fertilizers is not having. I'm pushing it down within the demand zones, bullish trade setup stocks. And what else? Muthoot Finance is there. And Wipro. What is the other one missing? Lupin is also missing. Lupin is not there in this list. Okay, that means these two stocks are not listed. Chambal Fertilizers and Lupin. They are not overlapped with weekly zone. That means they will not be overlapped with monthly also. Okay. So now our focus is on these 5 stocks. That means these 5 stocks might be having even much stronger order flow because this daily zone is overlapped with weekly zone. So this is based on the initial. Maybe some of these zones might be violated also. The reason they may not be having a fine-tuned 5-minute zones. If the daily is not having a fine-tuned 5-minute zone, there are higher chances zone will be violated. That is what you learned in lesson 16. When a zone can be violated. 80% scenarios we can identify when a zone can be violated. If a zone is not having a fine-tuned 5-minute zone, there are higher chances the zone will be violated. Sometimes zone may not be having a fine-tuned 5-minute zone, but zone might be having, without fine-tuned 5-minute zone, a 5-minute zone might be available. But that might support aggressive trade setups using price action close. At the time the zone gives success rate. That is what you learned in lesson 21. Lesson 21 you learned aggressive trade setups. But aggressive trade setups very carefully you have to analyze. If you are not having experience, wrongly you find aggressive trade setups thinking that that zone is aggressive trade setup supports, but actually not. So your analysis will fail. Or if a zone is not having fine-tuned zone, but the 5-minute zone is a high liquidity zone. At the time the zone may work very well. So that's why we should be very carefully analyze. But that's why I'm saying if a zone is not having fine-tuned 5-minute zone, the chances of violation is 80%. I'm not saying 100%. Why 80%? Because of the other reasons, maybe aggressive trade setup. And third scenario is also there. Institutions may create a new order flow and again push the prices up. Because of that, prices are moving. Actually, zone has to be violated. Because institutions created a new order flow at the lower time frames, maybe a drop-based rally they create and they push the market. That comes under 20% category. That is a lucky situation. You should not depend on the luck scenarios. Luck won't be in our favor every time, right? Some people do the trading by believing on the luck. But we should not do that. Okay, now we got 5. Is it good enough? No. Still, we need to identify even more high probability to get success. How do we identify? Because here all these stocks are supporting bullish trade setup. See, the trend is uptrend, ITF trend. Luckily, HTF trend is also up in all these stocks. But in these uptrend stocks, because these daily zones are overlapped with weekly zone, that means daily zone is inside weekly. If weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence, then those stocks might be having even more high probability to get success. See, this is a probability game. We are not guaranteeing, but probability. Chances are higher. Sometimes our analysis also might be wrong sometimes, but majority of the times the chances are high. So that's why we can further filter these stocks based on the EMA confluence. So I'm going back to the strategy builder screen. Here whatever we set earlier, they are all available. Now for those parameters, we are now going to add one more parameter. What is that? EMA confluence. Which time frame? Weekly. But you may say our entry time frame is daily. Why we are focusing on weekly? The reason is our daily zone is overlapped with weekly zone. That's why we are checking on the weekly zone. If this weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence, automatically the power will be applied to our daily zone. That way our daily zone is having more higher chances to get success. Because it is inside weekly, that weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence. So let's go to the I'm applying the filter weekly demand zone having weekly EMA confluence. See here, demand zone. This demand zone is weekly because we selected weekly time frame. And what is the EMA confluence we are applying? WEMAC. That means weekly EMA confluence. Let's apply this filter. We got 2 stocks. From these 5, we got 2 stocks. First of all, before we look into these 2 stocks, whatever the filter, the 5 stocks, we should apply, whether they are having a ITF confluence or not. On our charts, we need to verify. Okay, let's verify first. After that, we will look into EMA confluence. What is that? This zone should overlap with weekly zone. So go to the weekly time frame. Is there any weekly zone it is having? Yes. We have a rally. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 base candles and a rally candle. Or you can also see here, rally, 2 base candles, rally. Either way, it is okay. This is overlap. A rally, base, rally. Weekly demand zone. Rally 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. Or you can also say like this. This is also valid. Rally, base, rally. And this daily zone is overlapped with weekly zone. So either way it is okay. And if you draw this rally base rally LOTL scenario, this zone is LOTL to the main origin. What is the main origin? This rally base rally. So that's why our software identified. Okay, fine. What is the next one? Bharti. Bharti Airtel also, weekly zone should be overlapped. Is there any weekly zone available here? Yes. We have a drop, 2 base candles and a rally candle. I think this is more here. This is also you can consider rally base rally, but this is a pierced weekly zone. If this is the case, let us check what our software is suggesting on the weekly time frame. Let me open another window. Here I am selecting weekly time frame and I am generating all the stock supply demand zones, and my interest is on the Bharti Airtel. Where is Bharti? BHA, right? Sorry. I'm seeing in BHA, Bharti Airtel. And this is the weekly demand zone. When in this weekly demand zone, software identified 4/11/2024, 2 base candles. 4/11/2024. Where is 4/11? So this is the 4/11, the one we have drawn initially. So this is the one software identified. drop base rally. Rally is 25th November. See, 25th November 2024. And this weekly zone is overlapped with the daily zone. This is the daily zone. Overlapped with weekly zone. And also having weekly EMA confluence here. That is the reason why Bharti Airtel even further filtered with EMA confluence. Weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. And you may say maybe this weekly zone is here, but this is above the weekly zone. Generally, our software adds some buffer before the proximal line and below the distal line. And within that buffer, if the weekly EMA confluence is there, it will calculate. Maybe the buffer is within this area. That way it identified. Either way, okay, anyway. The daily demand zone also overlapped with weekly. Maybe that is the reason why previously prices reached here and sharply moved here. Look into weekly. Price reached near to this weekly zone and then sharply moved up. Okay. So because all these parameters are satisfied, Bharti Airtel comes to the first place now at present. Because it is having weekly EMA confluence also. Okay, what is the next one? BSE. In BSE, weekly zone confluence. What is BSE weekly zone? 5/8/2024, 5 base candles. See here. 5/8/2024 rally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base candles and rally candle. 5 base candles, yes. 16/9/2024 is the leg out. This is 16/9 September. So that way we are drawing the weekly zone. See, daily zone is inside the weekly zone. Okay, perfect. But it is not having weekly EMA confluence. See, weekly EMA is here. So that is the reason why software does not list BSE. Okay, next one is Muthoot Finance. Okay. Is it having a daily confluence? Yes, here rally, base, rally is there. See here, rally, base, rally. When it is 9th December, let us check Muthoot Finance. Muthoot Finance, 9/12/2024, 2 base candles. See, this is 9/12/2024. So exactly. So this is the weekly zone. Inside the weekly, daily zone is there. See, daily zone is overlapped with weekly. Inside means it's not exactly in the middle. It can overlap at the proximal line, it can overlap at the distal line, or it can be inside the weekly zone. The overlap should be there. And moreover, this is also having weekly EMA confluence. The weekly zone is having weekly, not only weekly, even fine-tuned daily zone inside weekly. This daily zone is a fine-tuned zone inside weekly. That is what zone confluence. Fine-tuned indicates the zone confluence. That is an easy English word. Rather than saying zone confluence, I am always saying fine-tuned zone. See, even the fine-tuned daily zone is also having weekly EMA confluence. That is the reason why prices reached here and they are started moving up. If you look into the daily time frame, see, recently prices came near to the weekly zone somewhere in this area and now they are started moving. They gave a good move. And moreover, this is an all-time high demand zone. Okay. That means already we missed this entry. Maybe 4 days back or 5 days back, if we analyze this stock, we would have got a good trade here. And then prices were started moving up. And went up to the EMA, and now EMA, daily EMA. Okay, anyway, Muthoot Finance is listed here. It is having even more high probability. Why? More high probability because of the EMA confluence. Which EMA? Weekly EMA confluence. See, weekly zone having weekly. That weekly EMA is also there within the daily also. It need not be, not required, but I am saying it is also there. That's why this daily is even more strong order, more stronger, high probability to get success. Already it got the success. Prices came near to the weekly EMA and see the move. First week it moved, next week it moved. Next week means this current week, just completed week. So move this Muthoot Finance also in the top of the list after the Bharti Airtel. See, Bharti Airtel, Muthoot Finance, both are listed here. That way these two are high probability. So that means they are the high probability stocks based on zone confluence and also EMA confluence. Which zone confluence? Daily and weekly zone confluence. And which EMA confluence? Weekly EMA confluence. That means daily zone, our entry time frame zone is overlapped with weekly zone, and that weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence. So this is a high probability trade setup to get the success based on the probability. Okay, but is it enough? Maybe there is one more scenario is also there. Using that also we can find some of the high probability zones maybe we missed in the earlier stock. Sometimes we may find. What is that? Another scenario, second scenario. That is LTF, ITF and HTF zone confluence. So far what we have seen is LTF and ITF. Now we are going to see LTF, ITF and even HTF. What is HTF? Monthly. What is ITF? Weekly. What is LTF? Daily. That means a daily zone should be a fine-tuned zone in the monthly. What does it mean? Daily should be inside the weekly. That means overlap with weekly. Both together again overlap with monthly. Such kind of combination supported stocks we want. So how to find them? Very simple. Again go back to our software. Going to the strategy builder. Now I am removing this weekly EMA filter because it is ITF specific. Weekly EMA filter is ITF specific. Now our focus is on HTF also. LTF, ITF and HTF. Later on EMA is HTF EMA, not ITF EMA. That's why I removed ITF EMA filter. Okay, before applying EMA filter, first we need to look into zone confluence. After that EMA confluence. What zone confluence? 3 zones. Daily, weekly and monthly zone confluence. For that, let's go to the demand zone confluence parameter. So this is the demand zone confluence parameter. Here we need to apply 3 filters. First filter already we applied. What is first filter? Daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence. In the previous report we selected already. So that is already there in our list. What are the remaining 2 filters? Because it is daily demand zone and weekly demand zone should overlap both together. And then monthly demand zone, all 3. So that's why daily with weekly, and also we are checking daily with monthly also. But this is not enough. Weekly also should overlap with monthly, right? So that's why weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence. See, we selected 3 filters. What does it mean? The 3 filters meaning is daily is overlapped with monthly. Both together again overlapped with, daily is overlapped with weekly. I repeat again, daily is overlapped with weekly. Both together again overlap with monthly, both together. So that's why we set 3 filters. Okay, now after setting these three filters, let us again check. We got only one stock, Apollo Tyre. So Apollo Tyre is having daily with weekly, both together with monthly. So where is Apollo Tyres? Here, in the third place it is there. Anyway, it should come in the third because these two are having even EMA confluence. If Apollo Tyre is also having monthly EMA, it will go to the first place. Otherwise, it will stay in the third place according to the probability game. Okay. Now, Apollo Tyres, we have seen this daily zone is overlapped with weekly zone. Now, we have to check both together overlap with monthly or not, because our software is listed. So that we have to prove in the charts. So go to the monthly. Now I am changing the time frame to monthly. So now we are in the monthly time frame. Here you see drop, 2 base candles and a rally candle. That is the way we have a monthly zone also here. Maybe let me increase the daily color thickness. And this is a weekly. Okay, now you see this is a monthly, very light color, a little brighter is weekly, and even more bright color is daily. So daily zone is overlapped with weekly zone. This is the weekly. Both together overlapped with monthly. Drop, base, rally. Is it really what we selected monthly is the correct monthly zone? Is it the at present latest available monthly? We will verify here. Let's go back and generate monthly time frame. I am selecting, generating all the zones. Apollo Tyre is available here. Let us check. See, this is Apollo Tyre. When is this zone? 1st 8, 2023. 2 base candles. 1st 8, 2023. See here, August 8. This is August 8. 1st August. 2 base candles. And this is 1st November. See, 1st November 2023 is the leg out. The same thing. So, because all the three are overlapped with, this stock is filtered. That is what it is filtered. See here, the demand zone confluence, monthly, weekly, monthly, daily, and weekly, daily. All the three filters. Okay. Now you look into the chart. Now you tell, this is the monthly EMA confluence. Is it overlapped with this monthly zone? No. It is very far away from monthly, right? That means monthly EMA, our software should not filter this stock. This should fail. Let us check, our software is not listing this stock. See, because monthly trend is up. If monthly trend is up, it is eligible for monthly EMA confluence verification. If it is sideways, it will be disqualified. Because sideways trend EMA confluence does not give any advantage. But it is not sideways, uptrend. So what is that we want to check? Whether this monthly demand zone is having monthly EMA confluence. Why monthly demand zone having monthly EMA confluence? Because the daily and weekly together overlapped with monthly demand zone. If that monthly demand zone having monthly EMA, then daily demand zone is having a very good power, more high probability it will get to get success. So is it having monthly demand zone? As per the chart, no. But as per our software, also should not filter. Let us check whether it is filtering or not filtering. If it filters, our software is wrong. If it does not filter, because chart clearly showing, it is not having EMA confluence monthly. It is far away from the monthly zone. So what I am doing, I am going to our strategy builder in the EMA confluence at monthly time frame. I am checking if monthly demand zone having monthly EMA confluence is there or not. Let's filter by clicking top down strategy button. Is it filtered? No. That means this zone is not having monthly EMA confluence. That is what clearly reflected on the chart. This monthly demand zone. See, this is the monthly demand zone. Drop, 2 base candles, rally. This is not having. So that is the reason why we can keep this zone only below these two stocks. So high probability trade setup supported stocks are Bharti Airtel and Muthoot Finance. After that we have Apollo because it is having monthly, weekly, daily zone confluence. And then we have remaining stocks because they have only daily and weekly zone confluence, not EMA, BSE and Wipro. I think Wipro we forgot to check weekly zone confluence. So let me go to weekly time frame. Where is the weekly zone for Wipro here? That is the 12/8/2024, 3 base candles. This is the one. This is 4/8. Sorry, 12/8. 12/8 means somewhere here, July. Yeah, this is the one. 12/8. 3 base candles. These three. First one. Remaining two are medium size leg candles. Because of this base candle, they are also kept in the base and then a rally candle. So this is how our software identified this zone. See, this is the monthly demand zone. This monthly demand zone overlapped with weekly demand zone. That's why Wipro is filtered. Actually, we did not analyze this Wipro. We forgot that. Okay. Now with this we have completed all the. See, Bharti Airtel and Muthoot, they have daily and weekly zone confluence and also weekly EMA confluence. Apollo Tires we have daily, weekly and monthly zone confluence, but it is not having monthly EMA confluence. That's why we kept it in the third place. And remaining BSE and Wipro, both these stocks are having daily and weekly demand zone confluence, but they don't have any EMA confluence. And the last one is Lupin. Lupin is not having any weekly zone confluence. Lupin. We are in the weekly. You can't drop 2 base candles and a rally. The reason is this is a medium size. It is also part of the base. Lupin, where is the zone? Weekly zone. Lupin weekly zone is 1/7/2024, 3 base candles. This is the one. 1/7/2024, 3 base candles. So let me draw the weekly zone for Lupin. See this weekly zone. Is it overlapped with the daily zone? No. So that is the reason why software does not list this zone under weekly zone confluence. So it is not having any zone confluence. It is not having any EMA confluence, weekly EMA. Okay. So that's why it is getting. You see, it is got least priority. It doesn't mean it does not work. Maybe sometimes the least priority may work. It's a probability game. There are times low probability may give good success, but they are rare situations. Who knows? Lupin could be part of the rare situation, and then prices will be started moving up, already tested. Those who took the trade would have got a good profit, and will be thinking it is a least priority stock and gave a good profit. Rarely it happens. That's why I'm not saying least priority, we should ignore this. But first priority we give it to highest priority stocks. If suppose prices did not reach, price came, only Lupin only got the trade. At the time we take trade in Lupin only, because other stocks did not give any trade opportunities. Okay. This is about a bullish trade setup. What about bearish trade setup? Same analysis we will do. Bearish trade setup. First, in the EMA confluence, what are the filters we selected? Let me remove all the filters. Okay. All the filters are removed. EMA confluence also have you selected. If you select, we have to remove that. Yes, this is also I am removing. And now what I have to do? I have to select the supply zone, and in bullish or bearish trade setup at daily I have to select bearish. Remaining filters are same. Now all the filters are applied to daily supply zone. How many stocks we should get? 4 stocks. So we got all the 4 stocks. Bajaj, Deepak Nitrate, PI Industries and Tech. Okay, this is without any zone confluence. And we already drawn all these zones in our charts. Last 4 stocks, they are for bearish trade setup. Okay, out of these 4, how many are having ITF supply zone confluence? Earlier we looked into ITF demand zone confluence because that is bullish trade setup. Now it is bearish trade setup. That's why we have to look into ITF supply zone confluence. Let us apply that filter. So in the EMA confluence, in the supply zone confluence, see, this is demand zone confluence, right? Below we have supply zone confluence. See, all these are all supply zone confluence filters. Okay, what is that filter we are going to apply? The first filter is LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That means daily and weekly supply zone confluence. So here we have that filter. Daily supply zone with weekly supply zone confluence. Now I am enabling that filter. So this filter is enabled. Now with this filter, we are applying on the 4 stocks. So let's go to top-down strategy button. I'm clicking on the button. See, all 4 stocks are filtered. What does it mean? In all these 4 stocks, these daily supply zones are overlapped with weekly supply zone. Let us verify. Let's start with Bajaj Finance. Let's go to the weekly time frame. See here, we have a drop-based drop. See here, we have a weekly supply zone drop-based drop, and this daily supply zone is overlapped with weekly supply zone. And EMA is coming almost near. But if the gap is within the buffer our software is using, probably it will filter. Suppose if the gap is a little bigger, this won't be listed as weekly EMA confluence. So it is coming close to the zone, but is it good enough to consider EMA confluence? That we will see later when we generate, but coming close. Okay. Next, what is the next one? Deepak Nitrate. Is it having? Yes, it is having drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base candles and a drop candle. Let us check Deepak Nitrate, how weekly supply zone is there. So Deepak Nitrate. The weekly zone is also high liquidity supply zone. See here, weekly zone is also high liquidity. Inside weekly we have daily zone. When 21, 20, 25, two base candles. This is the one. So software considered this is good enough to consider the leg candle, leg-in. Maybe this is a medium size candle. Software cleverly considered this is the leg-in because this is the imbalance. This is the area prices moved in a narrow range. So that way it consider drop, two base candles and drop. If you are not convinced with this candle, you can draw weekly zone like this. But software is considered this is a good enough to consider as a leg-in. Medium size leg candle. So that way this is the weekly zone. Inside the weekly, daily zone is overlapped. And this weekly zone is a high liquidity zone. And did you notice this weekly zone is also having weekly EMA confluence. Deepak Nitrate has to be selected next time if the weekly trend is downtrend. If it is sideways, we can't select this weekly EMA confluence. We should not consider. If Deepak Nitrate weekly trend is uptrend, downtrend, definitely it will be considered as a bearish trade setup. Let us see what is Deepak Nitrate trend, weekly trend. Weekly trend is also downtrend. Only monthly trend is sideways, quarterly is sideways. So that's why this will be listed for the EMA confluence. That we will see later. First of all, zone confluence is there. Okay, next one, PI Industries. PI Industries also we have a drop, two base candles and a drop candle. When is the drop? On 20 Jan 2025. Let us check PI Industries. So this is the PI Industries. The supply zone is a normal supply zone only. See 21, 2025, two base candles. After that 10 to 2025. See this leg out is 10 February 2025. So let us filter. Let us draw the zone. See this is the weekly zone. Inside the weekly we have a daily zone. And also EMA confluence is also there. Weekly EMA confluence. What is the weekly trend? PI Industries. Weekly trend is a downtrend. Because it is a downtrend, this should be filtered as a high probability trade setup. I made a mistake. Downtrend here. I am wondering actually. It is showing downtrend, it is uptrend. How it is a bearish trade setup? Because bearish trade setup, this is a HTF trend should not be up. HTF could be sideways or it could be down. All of a sudden I shocked. And I thought the software is not working, but actually this is the stock. I am looking into the wrong one. So trend is a downtrend. PI Industries trend is a downtrend. Which trend? Weekly trend. ITF trend. ITF is always a downtrend. HTF can be downtrend or HTF could be sideways. Either one is okay. So it is sideways. So software identified this is a bearish trade setup. Because it is a downtrend, definitely EMA confluence. In the next when we check for EMA confluence, PI Industries should filter. Remember, PI Industries and Deepak Nitrate both should filter. As even more high probability trade setup when we check for EMA confluence. That is the next step. But before that we will complete the other one also. What is that? Tata. Okay, this is also listed. Why? Because a drop, base, drop. See here we have a drop, base, drop. Okay, see here the daily zone is overlapped with weekly zone. Is our software identified this drop-based drop? Look into Tata Technologies. Tata Tech. This is the supply zone. 10 to 2025, one base candle. After that, 24 to. See, this is the 10 February, one base candle. After that, 24 February, 25. So, perfectly identified. But is it having EMA confluence, weekly EMA? No. That means this stock won't be filtered when we look for weekly EMA confluence. Because weekly zones, because all are overlapped with weekly. Okay, total how many? 4 stocks. Out of these 4, we identified 2 stocks are having weekly EMA. Bajaj is not having weekly EMA, but Bajaj is somewhat close. If the buffer is considered, it will filter. If buffer is a little bit long, probably this will be eliminated. This is the only one we have doubtful. But remaining 2 stocks will be filtered. Deepak Trade and PA Industries has to filter. If they did not filter, problem with our software. Okay, let us check in our software. So, because all the 4 stocks are filtered, so I am going back. I am adding the filter. What is the filter? EMA confluence. Weekly time frame. Why weekly? Because daily zone is overlapped with weekly. That's why we are checking weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence or not. Which zone? Supply zone. So, weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence. And moreover, weekly trend is down in all these stocks earlier. It is bearish trade setup. So, let's filter. All 3 are filtered. Even Bajaj Auto is also filtered. Why? Because our software considered this gap as a buffer so that it is validating this zone is having confluence. You know why I added buffer? It's an intelligent move. See, when prices are nearing, by the time slowly this buffer will be slowly gap will fill. And it is almost at the weekly zone or very near to the weekly zone. So that's why buffers are very important. Because every time weekly EMA may not touch a little before again prices reverse. Sometimes it will touch, sometimes it will go a little above and then again come down. All these possibilities will be there. Okay. So 3 stocks are filtered. So that way, what is the 4th one not supported? Tata. Anyway, they are all in the order only. Bajaj, Deepak Trade and PA Industries. So these 3 are having more high probability to get success. These 3 stocks. Okay, this is LTF, ITF zone confluence, which is on supply zone confluence. And also ITF EMA confluence, that is weekly. That is what we verified. Okay, what is the second zone confluence filter? LTF, ITF and even HTF supply zone confluence. How many stocks are there? Let us verify. So, I am going back, removing this EMA filter. This is ITF specific. I removed it. Now, what is our goal? Zone confluence, supply zone confluence among LTF, ITF, HTF. That means among daily, weekly and monthly supply zone confluence supported stocks. So, I am going to the supply zone confluence. So, this is the supply zone confluence. Already one filter we added. What is that? Daily supply zone with weekly supply zone. It is already enabled in the previous reports. Remaining 2 filters we have to add. What is that? The daily also should overlap with monthly. So that's why daily supply zone with monthly supply zone confluence. But this is not enough. Even weekly also should overlap with monthly. That's why we are adding one more filter, weekly supply zone with monthly supply zone confluence. That means the daily supply zone is there inside the weekly, daily is also inside the monthly, weekly is also inside the monthly. With all the 3 filters, we get a zone confluence, LTF, ITF, HTF. That means the daily zone should overlap with the weekly zone, both together overlap with monthly zone. We want such kind of stocks. Earlier, all 4 stocks are having daily and weekly supply zone confluence. Now, those 4 stocks monthly supply zone confluence is there, or how many are having, we have to filter. Okay, with these filters, I'm clicking on top down strategy button. Now we got only 2 stocks, Bajaj Auto and Deepak Nitrate. First 2 stocks in this list, Bajaj Auto and Deepak Nitrate. Remaining 2 are not having monthly zone confluence. Okay, now I am changing the time frame to monthly. See here, we have a drop, 2 base candles and a drop candle. Let me increase the thickness, color thickness. This is a daily supply zone. This is a weekly supply zone. Okay, and this is the monthly supply zone. We have a drop, 2 base candles and drop. Weekly supply zone. Sorry, monthly supply zone. So thickness is reduced. Monthly is light color, weekly is a little brighter, and daily is having even more bright. See the overlap, daily zone is inside weekly zone. Both daily and weekly inside the monthly zone. And monthly EMA is somewhat near to the monthly. With this buffer is valid, it will okay. But monthly trend should not be sideways. It should be downtrend. What is the monthly trend here? Sideways. Sideways trend, monthly EMA confluence does not add any advantage. See, that's why EMA is here very flat direction you see. Now EMA value is going down now. So that's why EMA should be used only in the trending. Either it should go up or it should go down, but not in a flat way. That is sideways. Okay, this is a monthly time frame. This is filtered, but still Bajaj Auto is still high probability based on weekly EMA confluence. See, earlier we have seen it is having weekly EMA confluence. This weekly EMA is near to this weekly zone. Okay, fine. Next, what is the next one? Deepak Nitrate. Deepak Nitrate also is having monthly EMA confluence. Monthly demand zone confluence. Deepak Nitrate, how many? This is a weekly time frame, right? Let's go to the monthly time frame. See here, drop. This is a base candle. This is a drop candle. See, this is a medium size drop. This is also a medium size candle, but base candle here. Wicks are bigger, body is smaller. Maybe less than 50%. The body. Here, more than 75% body. Both the candle sizes are same. But this is the medium size like candle. This is the medium size base candle. Now let us draw this. But here color thickness slightly adjust. This is a weekly supply zone, and here daily supply zone. See, this is the daily zone, this is the weekly zone, and this is the monthly zone. All three are overlapped with each other. See, daily is overlapped with monthly, daily is also overlapped with weekly, and weekly is also overlapped with monthly. That is what we selected here, right, in the filter. Monthly should overlap with weekly, monthly should overlap with daily, weekly should overlap with daily. All three are overlapped. And EMA confluence is there, but we won't consider this EMA because the trend is sideways. Sideways trend, EMA confluence does not give any advantage. But here weekly EMA confluence is there. See, this is weekly time frame. Weekly EMA. That way, this got the high probability. Moreover, the advantage is in both these stocks, The daily zones are overlapped with monthly and weekly. What about third one, PI Industries? This is not having monthly EMA confluence. Go to monthly. Your monthly zone is there. Drop, base, drop. Why it is not listed PI Industries? Drop, base, drop. This is a large candle. Maybe is it considered as a bigger than medium size? Maybe. This candle might be a little bigger than medium size. That is the reason why our software might not have listed. First impression, it looks like this is a drop, base, drop. Maybe this base candle is, maybe as a human point of view, I agree. This is a drop, base, drop, no doubt. But mission point of view, this might be a little bigger than medium size. If it is a little bigger than medium, it is a large candle. That is what I am saying earlier. Do you remember the border conditions? The border scenarios. We call it as a boundary conditions. Technical word is boundary conditions. Boundaries means at the border scenarios, the value, the limits we set, what is the medium size. So the value could be a little, a 0.1% bigger than medium also, we'll consider as a large candle. If the moment it considers a large software, we'll consider this as a drop candle, this is another drop candle, this is another drop candle. All these are all follow through candles. Then where is the base candles? Probably here. Maybe rally, base, drop might be. Let us see. What is the monthly zone for according to the software PI Industries? Changing the time frame to monthly. This is the PI Industries. This is the supply zone where it is 1/7/2024. This is 1/7/2024. So according to the software, this is the monthly zone. That's why software did not consider. Why it is not a base candle? Maybe a little bigger than medium size candles within this chart. That is the reason why software might have ignored this. If you ask me what is my opinion, if I do my analysis, probably I consider this as a drop, base, a drop. I will draw my monthly zone here and also having monthly EMA confluence. PI Industries, but monthly trend is sideways. Because monthly trend is sideways, we can't consider this as a EMA confluence. Okay, next one is Tata. Clearly Tata, here we have a drop, base, drop. Tata Technologies. What our software suggested is the same. 1st November 24 is the leg-in. Tata Technologies. 1st November 2024, one base candle. And then 1st January 2025 is the leg out. See, 1st January 2025 is the leg out. Because the monthly zone is here, it is not having monthly EMA confluence. So this is how we identified high probability zones. So this is the first step. Actually, this is the work we have to do. But this entire thing software is doing. Because software is doing this entire work, what we do, we just directly draw the zones. And what analysis we do? You already learned lesson 20, checklist. Fine-tuned zones are there or not? First, let me go. I will not be analyzing all the stocks, but one stock let me show you. Or Muthoot Finance, because already it is there. Let me go to the daily time frame. Already prices recently went. It gave a success. Already it's success. Few days back, if we would have generated our software, already we are generating. Few days back, probably people would have got a trade here. First of all, what is the 75-minute zone here? That is important. Is there any 75? Yes. See here we have a drop base rally. This is the 75 minutes order flow. Inside the daily. From this area, it picked up the orders and prices were started moving. Already it gave first test in 3rd Monday. 3rd March, it gave a trade. If anybody missed 3rd March, again it gave a trade on 5th March. Then prices were started moving up. Okay. And go to 15 minutes time frame. Because we need to identify institutional order flows are there or not. Otherwise, there are higher chances zone might be violated, right? See here we have a drop candle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base candles and a rally candle. So that way we can say so this is the 15 minutes demand zone. Okay, within this 15 minutes, we should identify not only that, here rally, base, rally is also there. Overlapped at the distance, LOTL scenario. Rally base, see earlier from there only prices moved. This rally, base, rally, prices started moving up earlier. Now probably it is a tested zone. This time prices came even below that. Now let's go to the 5 minutes time frame. Within this area, is there any 5 minutes order flow is available? Let's find that. We have a rally, base, rally. This rally base rally is an order flow. And anything else we have? Here also we have a rally base. Actually, it is a medium size candle, but imbalance started from here and a follow through candle. Suppose if you consider medium size also, the zone will be like this. To minimize the risk, because the imbalance started from here, you can also draw a zone like this. Actually, this is a drop, 2 base candles and rally. And here you have a drop, base, rally. This is LOTL scenario. Actually, origin is, this is the actual origin. Drop, base, rally, follow through. This is the imbalance started. But technically, you feel this is a medium size part of the base. But if you think imbalance point of view, imbalance started from this candle and this is the actual leg out. But this is the actual origin. So that way, this is how, once your experience grows, you understand. That's why I always say lesson 2 is a very important lesson. There you learn about imbalances, the origin where the imbalance starts. So you have 2 order flows. That's why you can plan a trade in this area. Exactly from that area, prices entered. See, already it is tested previously once. See, big move it gave. When it happened? 5th March. Okay, 5th March is the recent test. Let's go to the daily. Now you will understand. So this is what happened. 5th March, you got the trade from this area and prices moved up. Okay, whether you have taken a trade in the fine-tuned 5-minute zone, or you have taken the trade in the 15 minutes fine-tuned zone, or you have taken the trade in the 75 minutes zone, it's up to you. See, if you've taken a trade in the 75, on this day you would have got the trade. If you might, to reduce the risk, if you might have waited up to this, still you would have got a trade on 5th March. Exactly 5 minutes order flow. And prices moved. Already how much RR it has given? Let us calculate. Long position. Let us assume you have taken a trade in the 15 minutes area, not in the fine-tuned 5 minutes. Let us say 15. This is 15 minutes area. And you might have kept some stop buffer here. Up to here, already you achieved 1:4 point. That means close to 1:5 RR you achieved. Maybe let us assume I kept more stop buffer. Maybe lightly if I reduce in case. You get 1:5 RR. If this is the stop buffer. Maybe it could be even less or it could be a little more also. Anything. But approximately I am saying close to 1:5 RR already it gave this trade. Why it worked like that? Because Muthoot Finance is a very high probability trade setup to get success. But we identified it, maybe we already identified this stock few days back. Already it gave trade, but today I am explaining our software again listed this stock. If you look into 1 week back, our software generated report, definitely this stock is listed. Probably those who analyzed this stock on 4th March, end of the day, they would have got the trade on the 5th March. And already on, when it is, this is on 10th March. 10th March, it already achieved 1:5 RR. But what is our target? Our target is all-time high because it is an all-time high stock. Probably this is our target. This is our target. Is it going to achieve this target? We don't know. Because lower time frame, any high liquidity zones are there. Probably they might be preventing to further move. But already this stock gave us 1:5 RR. Some of the people might have already booked the profit here. Those who, the swing traders who analyzed this stock few days back. Next time, can we take a trade in this? Yes, still we have one more order flow is there. Still you can accept one more trade from this zone. Next time it may work or it may violate. Anything will happen, but order flow is there. The 5 minutes order flow. Not only that, while moving again, new order flows are created. See here. Forget about this. Now new order flows are created. Drop, base, rally here. New 75-minute zone. This is a fresh zone. In case next time people are looking, first let me delete this, you will understand. See, drop, base, rally is created. Let us analyze. In case next time, if anybody wants to take a trade, but it should have a fine-tuned 5-minute zone. Yes, it is having drop, base, rally with hidden body. It is looking like a drop candle, but at the hidden body, you get a rally, big body you will get, a rally body. Maybe this could be considered in the dynamic view. This red color body will be considered as a wick, dynamic view point of view. So you can draw a zone like this, 15-minute zone. You have a 15-minute zone here. But is it enough? No, you should have a fine-tuned 5 minutes also. Let's go to that area. Is there any 5 minutes order flow? Yes, same order flow is also 5 minutes. A drop, 3 base candles, rally. That means the same area is also again a 5-minute zone also. So this 15 minutes, same 15 minutes. Already 15 minutes is a small area. The same thing, drop, 3 base candles drop. So already we have an order flow here, and we have a fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone. The one below, is it a fresh or already tested? Sorry, this is already tested. This is not fresh. This is already tested. This is tested recently, few days back. Actually, that is the trade we got in the recent time. Now institutions created a new order flow. Maybe this zone might be still valid. Maybe next time prices reach here, you can plan a trade for the risk management point of view up to this level. But stop loss will be up to here. If risk is beyond 2%, you should go for a position sizing and plan your trade. Any 75 minutes order flows are there apart from this in the recent move? We have a rally and this is already gone. No, that's it. This is the valid one. But this one is an excellent trade. On Wednesday, what time it gave you the trade? In this candle. 5th March at 9:35 candle, it gave a trade. After that, it achieved up to here 1:5 RR it gave. So people already got a good profit. The swing traders who analyzed our reports 4 days back, 4 or 5 days back. Today is 15th, right? Maybe 10 days back. 10 days back, who took the trade, they already got a good profit. They might have booked the profit on 10th March after reaching 1:5 RR. Up to what level it has given the profit? Here, drop, base, drop. Actually, this is a pierced zone, drop, base, drop, till the 75-minute zone. Okay. Similar way, do the analysis for the remaining stocks, fine-tuning the zone, because you are already aware of all these techniques. Fine-tuning the zone is not for the entry point of view. Maybe you can take entry. Sometimes you will be missing if you wait till that point. But why we need fine-tuned 5 minutes? To check whether the zone will be violated or there are chances that we get success. If a zone is not having a fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone, there are higher chances, 80% chances are there for the zone violation. So we don't want to take that kind of trades. If a zone is having a fresh fine-tuned 5 minutes, there are higher chances that we may get a successful trade. Higher chances. I'm not saying 100% chances. Because sometimes, if all analysis is good, sometimes zones will be violated. That day, our stop loss will hit, we have to accept the loss. But remaining situations we get. See how successful trade it has given. On 5th March we got trade, and 10th March it reached 1:5 RR. So this is how you will be analyzing the NeoStock software generated monthly income trade reports. So this is the way these reports will be helpful to the swing traders. And moreover, why so many tests it is supporting? Reason, this is already a daily high liquidity demand zone. High liquidity demand zones are having the ability to test the same zone again and again and again. If fine-tuned 5-minute zones are there, until all fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zones violate, the zones will be giving you multiple trade opportunities. See, previously this is the first opportunity it gave. This is the second opportunity it is gave. This is the third opportunity it gave. Recently it gave fourth opportunity. Got it? So please do your rest of the stocks similar kind of analysis. That way you can plan your trades. If anybody feel you are not having sufficient knowledge, you have to consult your technical advisors for planning, your financial advisors. Because I am not the right person to give you any advice. As in the disclaimer I already told you, We are not SEBI registered. That's why we are not suggesting any entry, stop loss and targets related. We are only providing you software generated supply demand zones. Hope you all understand. Those people having supply demand zone knowledge only can make use of our software reports. For others, it is not useful because they are not the recommendations. They are only zones, supply and demand zones. That's it. Okay, this is about our lesson, today's lesson. Hope this information will be useful to you. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.